to order, and please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I have a motion to adjourn to executive for negotiation, discussion, superintendent contract discussion?
I will make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Michelle Duarte.
Aye, Eric Larrabee.
Aye, Michael Sullivan.
Aye, Jim Bernard.
Aye, Tim Aaronstein.
And we will return
We will be
around 6.
We will be returning at around 6 into open session.
Okay.
Okay. A couple minutes late. Sorry about that. All right. First item on the agenda: comments or statements and statements from the public. Anybody? Hello there.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Sorry.
You know the drill.
Yes, I do. Christy Dion. I believe at the last school committee meeting we had gone over that the non-responsive classroom thing, and I was just wondering, what if it's not working? Do you guys have alternate plans? Can you explain the technique a little bit better to me? I don't know. Anybody?
Can you do it in 30 seconds or less?
30 seconds or less.
Or a couple of minutes?
Well, hopefully it won't take that long. Responsive classroom is an approach that makes an attempt to teach students how to be part of a social environment that's called a classroom, or eventually the whole school. At this point, the staff, not all the staff, but some of the staff have been trained in this approach. The first part of the training is establishing rules and procedures for the classroom more than anything else, and beginning with a classroom meeting at the beginning of the day. The responsive classroom has a second level to it, which is more involving how to create consequences for when the rules are not followed, what type of approaches you would have to things that are more the whole classroom is involved versus just one student. And certainly it's not an approach that works for all the students. We call it a tier 1 approach. Usually you have about anywhere between 10 to 5% of the students who may have other behavioral issues that need more intervention, which could mean having them sent to the office, having them have other consequences, or perhaps it could be just as simple as having guidance counselors and social workers working with them. Those are not situations that are covered by the responsive classroom. The other thing I can say is we certainly are going to evaluate the process with the teachers who have been using it. If we can get to, depending on budget issues, if we can get to the second part of the training, that part would be evaluated the following year. So, yes, there will be an evaluation, and we'll go from there.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Sullivan.
Where we've been addressed as the committee, I just wanted to add a comment that there's an identification of limited funding. The particular approach, responsive classroom as a vendor or a program, is we now have limited access to that because of funds we don't have available. As with many of the areas that the superintendent implements and evaluates, eventually change is something that he considers. And when he shares that with us, and we urge and comment, but it is the superintendent's role to make that evaluation. As individual members, I think we all research and look into things that we really didn't know about until we learned from Dr. Colley. And if we find information, we'll continually feed him with input, and we ask of the community to do that as well. So I particularly consider that the concept is something that is needed. Perhaps there may be a change in the approach, but I think Dr. Colley addressed it as well. Thank you.
Item 3, informational agenda, letter A, student representative. Is Dan here? No, Dan?
Dan
Okay.
didn't come because they didn't have another meeting since the last one, so he
Okay.
didn't have any new stuff to bring.
Okay, thank you. Letter B, Polished LLC Dental Program. Ms. Gould and Ms. Pereira.
But you can move to the front in case they want to ask you a question.
Welcome.
Welcome, I'm Ellen Gould. So,
Right up close.
we're here to talk to you about a program that we'd like to bring to the Westport schools. And this is a preventive program. We'll come into the schools and provide dental evaluations, cleanings, sealants, fluoride varnish, and referrals for children that need them. You have the packets in front of you, so we've been in, we're in over 50 sites now, but we're in almost all the schools on the Cape, the town of Plymouth. I know Dr. Colley from Nantucket, we're over there also, and other schools are in the Boston area.
And this is optional for parents to...
Yes, it's offered to everyone in the school, but it's optional, yep.
The entire district or the elementary school or...
We'll do the district.
Usually, when this was done in Nantucket, they would literally take a classroom or a space, set up kind of like a dentist's office, and anybody who wanted to take advantage of this, they just cycle through. And I don't know, what, 3 days?
Yeah, 3 days on Nantucket. We had about 250 kids on Nantucket that are enrolled there. We don't lean on the school for anything. We come in, we deliver the papers, we pick the paperwork up. When we come back to the school the day of the treatment, we have a person that we call a runner with us that escorts the children back and forth from the classroom. So we try not to impact the school in any way, the nurses or administration or anything. And she's happy about that, I'm sure.
So we just wanted to present it to the school committee as something we would like to try. You know, I don't know what the response will be, but, you know, sometimes parents find it hard to get them to the dentist, and sometimes insurance is an issue, and this is not a cost to anybody, so.
No.
Quick question through the chair. If the kids do opt to get into this program, do you receive records from their dentist that they have now, or is
We
it a
don't-
whole separate set of records somewhere else?
We keep our own records.
I saw that part, yeah.
Yes, and I think in there we have the parent report that we send home. That actually gets prepared in triplicate. So we keep a copy, we leave a copy with the school nurse, and we give one to the student so that they can bring it to their dentist when they go. We don't have, unless we have some kind of okay from the parents that says, please